come up now in the Wildcat package. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wentz. Allen's got it over the middle. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
So the D-line's going to spread out. One back and 3 tight ends. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wentz going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And James has it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll come out in the pistol. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Here's the option going right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
The drive starts with a carry by Ronnie Hillman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it's 1st down, New York.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a New York 1st.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Give him 30 yards there.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Time to step aside. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They come up in an offset eye. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. carry here for the big tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot. Now that's a 3rd down play. A little razzle-dazzle nearly gets them into the end zone, although they do come up a bit short. Now what do you do on 4th down?
They come out here in the eye. They're running. Hillman. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Ronnie Hillman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Another pistol look here.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Muscles him off. To throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He finds some open field here. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown, Beckham, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. So they're going to go for 2. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Point after try forthcoming. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
back right. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Listen. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Let's go. Blue, Leopard. Leopard. Back that up. Set. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Aguilar in motion left.
Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. In the red zone this time. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to run with Hillman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Their big tight end, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Play back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Here we go now. Boom, land it.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gives them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for the first with Hillman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The 13 yards that time at a 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Now he's going to send this one deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And his pass incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
One receiver left. That's Allen.
Green, 39.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
Detroit.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out. And you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They go to Hillman on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. Third down and 12. They'll look to throw again. Drops it off for Hillman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the full.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time.
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come out with one back and three tight ends.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And getting a look at the Wildcat here.
Here we go.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with time running out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
So many practices we've watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make...
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this will be taken at the 13. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.